Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
What's going on, everybody? Natt coming to you live here in Denver at Denver Sports Recovery. So I'm excited because I get a chance to actually show you guys what is cryotherapy. If I'm doing multiple workouts a week, or if my body is not seeing the kind of breakdown or the kind of recovery, from the breakdown that I need it to, I have to take it to another level, and that's when I start with Denver Sports Recovery. And cryotherapy is one of the effective tools. So I don't use cryotherapy all the time. It's not a very day in, day out use. Denver Sports Recovery's very own exercise physiologist and recovery specialist, Dylan.
How's it going?
As you guys can see, it is Halloween, so this is not an ordinary everyday thing, but the creativity for Dylan, if you can't guess the costume, then you need to get out more. But Dylan, could you definitely break down some of the fundamentals? Now, people know that this is a cryo chamber, but they don't actually know what this does. So you should be able to talk to everybody a little bit about
for sure. So it's going to get down to negative 256 degrees Fahrenheit, which is going to stimulate that sympathetic nervous system, so that fight or flight response. It's going to you're going to release some endorphins and adrenaline as well, so you're going to get that feel good, ready to go, ready to take on that world energy, but don't take on the world. It's going to win every single time. But you're going to feel that effect about 5 minutes after, just from your blood going from your extremities to try to keep your core warm.
So it's like a lymphatic flush,
exactly.
What that is, okay?
Yep.
Now, so I work out, Dylan, obviously very frequently, I specialize in professional fitness modeling, but when there's people who train elite level, whether they're doing CrossFit, whether they're doing powerlifting, whether they're just coming in and generally are going through fitness, but at every level, regardless of the modalities, people are experiencing DOMS. For those of you who don't know what DOMS is, it's called delayed onset muscle soreness, so it's just an acronym. And so how could someone come in and benefit who just went through days, maybe even weeks of DOMS, and they need to come in here?
This is going to act like an anti-inflammatory. So getting rid of all that inflammation, all that lactic acid, flushing all that good stuff out, just to decrease that muscle soreness. And with that increase in that blood flow, it's going to promote that healing process, which is going to get rid of that DOMS so much faster than just regular, sit on your ass and not do anything. But
so again, as you guys mentioned, and Dylan was very eloquently putting it, this is way more effective than just coming in and doing your stretches. Stretches are important, and also coming in and using icing and things like that. But because I'm actually going to be fully encompassed in this, and this is going to get down to, it was negative 256, is that right? Negative 256 degrees Fahrenheit. It's going to get cold, and then as my body progressively warms up, that's when we're going to be able to see the flush, and there's also some other benefits. And so let's show you what this process looks like. Let's do it. Woo!
Let's go.
All right. No, I have socks. I need Crocs.
Done.
Crocs. Awesome.
Crikey's.
Very, very fashionable. You guys can see. They actually gave me the blue one, so I'm special here.
Oh yeah.
I get to wear the blue Crocs. I don't know what any of that means, but it's cool stuff. So what's gonna happen next is the nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen is actually moving into a solid or a gas form, not a solid. The temperature of the chamber is actually dropping. You can actually see the gas moving out. For those of you who have never experimented with liquid nitrogen, I don't know where you can get some, but go to a place where you can get some liquid nitrogen. Do not put your hand in it, but use all kinds of things that you want to shatter and break that aren't raw apples. It's awesome. It is like apples, marshmallows.
Marshmallows.
It's cool. You can sit there and literally anything is shatterable in this stuff. So cool stuff here. You guys can slow.
You lost when you went cock and thought you dropped, but here's the twin about beef and the money. Slip up a few fights, few stick ups, then one little leads to the
so you gotta have the gloves. Obviously, just another layer. In addition to that, it's very critical. I have done cryotherapy and do cryotherapy extensively, but you cannot be wet. You cannot be wet. You want to talk about some of the dangers what happens if you're wet?
Yeah, the nitrogen is going to freeze that moisture, even if it's in your socks, gloves, underwear, wherever it is, and it'll stick to your body and cause a burn or peel the skin off. So that's not good.
Streets was heavily deep with the riders, guns and money. Some was hungry. This families they come from Turkeys, jailbirds who wanted warrants, jumping country. Jungle surviving like a Mark dollars, DA, knock collars, niggas.
Yeah, it gets cold.
I usually say don't train after, but train before, just because I want your body to naturally warm itself up just gradually over time instead of, all at once with a big workout. And that natural slow warming up is going to benefit you more than just a very
exercise,
quick.
anaerobic state, and get into thermogenesis, stuff like that.
And that's why we don't do hot tub or sauna afterwards either, just from your body naturally warming itself up. That's where you're going to get that increased metabolic rate.
All right.
Stuff.
Let's transform. Woo. Ready to take this off?
You can.
Go. Make sure you guys get the temperature reading here in the back. How cold this thing gets. Cool, I'm sitting here bracing my cool gloves up on the side because it says, do not lean against door. No self-treatment. If you get caught in this thing, it's a very punishing death sentence. True statement.
So we usually start at about 2 minutes and 20 seconds at negative 140 degrees Celsius. So that's the negative 220 Fahrenheit that we saw. And then the second time we'll move it up to 2 minutes and 40 seconds at about negative 145 degrees Celsius. And then from then on it's 3 minutes max time at negative 150 degrees Celsius. So that's negative 238 Fahrenheit. That is the max time, max temperature. And that's what we're doing today, Nick. That's awesome. Good so far?
Doing well. So it's starting to get cold. I mean, guys, what this feels like is, you're getting trapped in a giant commercial freezer. And I would say, honestly, my legs are already numb. Obviously that's where the ventilation comes and it seeps upward. So legs are already numb, so that's the easy one. But some of the bigger muscles, like my back, oh my gosh, it's pushing limits. Arms, starting to feel it for sure. I had a chance to work back and biceps today, so obviously there's a lot of blood flow in that area. So it's cool because those are the areas that need the treatment and stimulation, but cold.
Got about 30 seconds left.
So, it's cold, have some ice on the gloves. The white, you guys can see that. You can actually, I don't even know if you can really see it, obviously I have goosebumps, but my body is actually literally expanding. When I'm in there, I feel like I'm half the size I am now. So, I can already feel some of the benefits. It's weird, I feel kind of winded because that blood is, so constricted. But, again, some of the properties, body's going to heat up. The amount of energy is just going to start spiking. And I would say maybe 10 to 15 minutes. For me, possibly sooner, you get hungry. Metabolism becomes really, really stimulated, and the energies start to go through the roof. Again, in recovery, that's great because eating, high nutrient-dense foods, getting them into the bloodstream. Body's going to be able to absorb that, and because again, the cold is going to super dilate my capillaries and vessels, which is going to allow me to be able to get an unbelievable amount of nutrients into the body. Feels good, so probably get a chance to do some other forms of modalities of recovery, and then it would be awesome if we could take a nap, but back to work we go. So other than that, you guys, make sure you guys definitely come if you're feeling experiencing any kind of soreness, stiffness, and you're working out and you just can't seem to get over that hump, or even if especially you're sitting down for stationary periods of time and you want to be proactive in movement, this is excellent. All levels, whether you're just starting out in fitness, moving into fitness, any particular discipline, it's going to benefit you extremely. I highly recommend this. Coming around in some of the other places I don't know that would have it, but you guys can check out Denver Sports Recovery, connect with them on the link right there, Denver Sports Recovery, and you'll be able to come and connect with some great people like Dylan, be able to show you guys exactly how to utilize this. All right, we'll go hop on some of these tables and do some other fun stuff. Talk to you guys later.